recording. Okay. Given ito yung mga waypoints natin sa map, we are looking at the top. Right? Tapos nandito yung, let's say, nandito yung spawner. Ang gagawin natin is, from the editor, we get the actual actor and we just place it in the array. So, what does it look like? So, let's say we have our spawner. Gawa tayo ng spawner. Just an actor. Spawner. Tapos, may array siya of waypoints. Actor. And then, gawin natin array. Ayan. So, may array siya of actors. So, if we place a spawner here, lagay natin ng ano? Lagay natin ng box para makita natin. Yan. So, if we place a spawner here, and let's say, yung mga waypoints niya is like, here, here, and here, we can easily add them through here in the editor. So, let me just find it. Kailangan nga pala you see this eye? Wait lang, let me see. Okay. So, you see this eye? Yung eye na to is to set if it is a public or not. So, by default, naka-protect siya, meaning andito lang siya within the editor lang. But if you press the eye, it is now public. Makita na natin dito sa editor, andito yun, waypoints. And then, all we have to do is just drag, let me just lock this, drag our quote-unquote waypoints. So, andito siya. Ayan. So, this is one way para so the spawner has the list of array of waypoints, which you will use later on for our enemy who's going to follow those waypoints. So this is one. The other way is, so may list of waypoints siya, pero sa start empty siya. Ang ginagawa ng iba is, what they do, they create another blueprint called waypoint. And this one, I think, this is what you'll be searching in YouTube kung paano ginawa. So, si waypoint, yung laman niya is waypoint index. Ay, okay. Naalala ko na. So, laman niya may int. This is an integer. Int, waypoint index. So, paano nila gagamitin? Mangyari is, si list of waypoints is actually a list of int. So, integer siya. Tapos, lalagay nila dito like 0, 2, 4. Ito yung mga index na waypoints. So, how are we gonna insert these waypoints in here into based on this? So, ang ginagawa nila is they use get all actors of class. All actors of class. Tapos yung class nila will be itong si waypoint. And then, they're just gonna check yung mga, they're gonna get waypoint index. Tapos yun yung gagamitin nila dito. They paste it here. So if the waypoint index is here in the list, they'll add it in their actual list of waypoints. So actual, the list is array. Okay? So, this one medyo confusing pero ito yung masa-search nyo. I think ginagamit nila YouTube. So, meron silang integer of of the indexes. Tapos, they're gonna use get all actors of class. Yung class nila is waypoint. And then, ibabase nila sa waypoint index. So, what does that look like? Okay, gawa tayo. Waypoint. Oops, sorry. Waypoint. Tapos, meron silang variable dito. Waypoint index. Actually, minsan ginagawa nila is doon sa enemy mismo eh. Pero anyway, I'll just do it here. Ayan. So, may waypoint index tayo. So, let's remove all these actors. Tsaka si spawner, we make this to integer. Tapos, just so we can see, magawa rin tayo ng let's just rename this to waypoint indexes. And then, ito yung waypoint natin, which are just actors. Actor. Okay, so what they will do is, oops, did I compile? Ayan. So you see here, naka-index siya. Let's say I want 0, 1, and 2. Tapos yung mga waypoints, they add here. Right. Need to make it to public. So yung mga waypoints na yan, they will add the waypoint index here. Tapos they're gonna like iterate through everything. So ito, this will be waypoint index 1. Ito, waypoint index 2. So sa spawner, they would get all actors of class na waypoint. And then, for each of it, so you can see it's medyo complicated. For each of it, they're gonna get the waypoint index. And they want to check it if it is inside. So include, ano nga ba to? Contains. If it contains this integer in the waypoint. Tapos kung meron, they're gonna add it to their array. Ayan. So makita natin, if I compile this and play it, you'll see that our our spawner has those waypoints. Kasi binase natin dito. If I remove let's say 1, and just make it to 0 and 2, if I play it, now it only has waypoint and waypoint 3. Okay? So that is the two ways to create a waypoint. One is the first one is much easier and actually mas recommended siya because for the designer, they don't have to memorize the numbers. You can just easily put yung mga actors in it. The second one, it's a bit hassle. It works, but like kailangan mo ilagay ng mga waypoint index, gagawa ka pa ng blueprint. So, there's that. Okay, so that's two ways. Two ways of having a spawner having all the list of waypoints. Gets ba yun? So for me, mas okay pa yung una. Gawin na lang una. Just create a array of actors, insert it into your spawner, and okay na yun. Okay. So, they say na si get all actors, it's bad. Yes, it is kind of bad, but it's worse if you put it in, let's say, event tick. Now, this is bad. Really bad because every tick, it's gonna search all the actors in our level. Right now, okay lang. Konti lang eh. Pero, kapag lumaki yan, kawawa. Kawawa to. Every tick, it's gonna be checking. So, okay lang kung just one frame you're gonna do it. You're fine. Just like in Unity, okay lang. They say it's bad to use ano yan? Get game objects. Oh, I mean, it's a Unity. Find object with tag. Ayan. Yan yung Unity. So, you can use that, but use it just, every now and then, or maybe just one frame. Okay lang. Right? Any questions? Is there something na kung may di ka naintindihan, please do say so. None? Okay. So, what happens after we have all that waypoints? Ano mangyayari after that? How do we make our enemy use those waypoints? And how do we give it? So, I think it's said naman in the document. Let's see. Si spawner, siya yung maglalagay. Yeah. No, tama nga. It says here, if you read through it, it's going to say that the spawner should be the one who gives or injects the list of the array of waypoints to the enemy. So let's say we have an event, custom event like spawn enemy. Ang mangyayari is dapat si enemy, he should know where to go, right? He should know where to go, but how does he get it, right? Should he get the array? Should he access the spawner wherever he spawned to get that array, or should he just have a variable, or should he just have a variable of array and somehow get those values? So kayo, what do you think? Should he access spawner to get those arrays, or should he just have an array and then hopefully it gets inserted into it? No variables. Paano yan? Kapag... Ng iba, should he access si spawner? A reference to the spawner. Now, about the others, what do you guys think? Should he access the spawner, or should he just have a variable that somehow will get the values? get the data of yung mga waypoints. Sige, wala. Okay. Answer is, hindi na dapat kukunin si spawner. Why? As much as possible, you want the enemy to just act like an enemy. Meaning, all he knows is where to go, how to attack, and whatnot. If you give him access to spawner, like, meron siyang spawner here. Whoever you're working with, they'll be thinking, oh, so I can do other things with spawner here sa enemy. Kasi nandito siya eh. Baka gusto na pwede siyang gumawa. If, let's see. Let's say, if enemy dies, ang gagawin ko, magsaspawn ng enemy. Right? Pwede to. Kasi it's here. It's here in the enemy script. So, this case kasi medyo not good. Tsaka magkakalubuan na kayo with your other programmer because yes, the enemy has access to spawner which can do other spawner things. So what you want instead is to just have the array of spawn points. Waypoints. And how do we give enemy this array of waypoints from spawner? It's as easy as spawn actor from class. So pagka-spawn niya, he will spawn si enemy. Which one? Wait lang because I also have a enemy unit. Ayan. Enemy unit. Bakit ka dalawa? Okay. So si enemy unit and then meron siyang waypoints. And this is what we call injecting yung data into the object. We are injecting our data of waypoints from spawner into our enemy. So if I compile this, let's say we make the spawner spawn an enemy. Oops. Get location. Sorry. Sorry. Split this. Get location. Ayan. And let's make sure that our spawner has the waypoints. Oops. We lock this. Waypoint 1, waypoint 2, and waypoint 3. Yan. So if you play this, our enemy here should have the waypoints. Ayan. So nasa kanya, and now he can use these waypoints however he likes. In this case, we want him to pass through each of it. So how do we make it pass through each of it? So if you remember back in Gamprog 1, or spawner can populate array. AI move to. Yeah, spawner would populate yung array sa enemy. So ito nga. So we're like injecting the data into the enemy. So yeah, tama. If you remember si Gamprog 1, si Project 2, you use simple move to actor or move to location, which is simply just get controller. Oops. Yeah, get controller. Tsaka, wherever you want to go. So in order for you to pass through each of the waypoints, and there's again two ways into doing this. One way is for, let's say, one way is using like an index. We're gonna iterate through each waypoint. So kapag ni-reach na yung first waypoint, we go to the next element. And then if it reaches to that waypoint, we go to the next element. So one way to do that, let's say may integer tayo. Oops, off single. Ito yung index natin. And then every tick, it checks if the actor, this enemy unit, is close to the waypoint given this index, right? So if you do here, get distance to self. So kung distance niya is close, like less than or equal to, let's say, 200, I will go to the next index. Plus plus. So with this code, do you think there will be any problem here? So waypoint, I get the index. So if I am 200 units or less, if the enemy is 200 units less from this waypoint, I will go index plus plus, go to the next. You think may problema dito? Anyone? What do you think will happen? Correct. What happens if I am on the last waypoint and nag plus plus pa ako? Ano na what happens here? It goes beyond the range of the array and will start spewing errors every frame. So what we do is we check first if our waypoint is valid. If our index is valid. And if it is, I will go check. Ayan. With this code, I believe it should, joke lang. May kulang pa ako. Valid. If hindi pa, let's just go let's just make it move to simple, move to actor. I am the controller. Get the controller and get the waypoint. Yan. So every tick is trying to move. We can actually make it less than every tick. Every frame, we can make it to like maybe 0.1 or 0.05. So if I play this, let me check. Okay. If I play this, our enemy should start moving. Hindi. Okay. Bakit? Why do you think it's not moving? Ano kulang natin dito sa level? Camprog 1. Ano kulang natin sa nav mesh? And controller. Both. I think both are correct. So let's get our nav mesh here. Let's go increase its size. Ayan. So it's there. And then second, ang AI controller, you have to make sure that kapag na-spawn siya, it should possess the AI. So, AI. Ano, possess? Okay. So, si auto-possess AI when placed in world or spawned. So, important to. Kasi kung place world lang to, that means manually placing it. It'll auto-possess AI when you place it lang. What we want though is kapag na-spawn siya or na-place. In case you want to test it out. So we play natin. And there we have our beautiful AI walking towards the waypoints. So if you check our waypoints, ayan, nandito siya. Now, if you notice, hindi rin siya naglalakad, even though I have his animation. That is something new here in Unreal 5. We have to enable, you have to tick something in here. I just have to find it. It's about dito ata. Movement. Saan kaya dito? Somewhere here. It's somewhere here. There's a tick here. Nope. It's somewhere here in this, you just have to tick something here. If I find it, hooray. But right now, sige, not important. Okay, so that's one way into having our enemy follow the waypoints. The other way is instead of every tick we're checking, there's actually a event dispatcher for it, which is assign. Was it complete? Assign. Reach. Complete. Ang tawag doon? Hold on. Right. Sorry. I need to get AI controller. The controlled actor should be get controller. No, self. This is the controlled actor. And in here, we have assign move completed. So see assign move to completed, it calls when na-reach niya yung destination. I don't think it works with simple move to. I think it should work with yung AI controllers move to actor or move to location. Iba yung itong dalawa. This does not exist in C++. Walang simple move to sa C++. It is just a parang shortcut to this. So we need to use this. Let me just copy this. You can check that out. So mangyari is at the start, I wanted to move to the index here. Then, kapag na-complete niya to, with acceptance radius siguro of 200. Kapag na-complete niya to, we can just copy this or we can just plug it there, but whatever. Kapag na-complete niya, I will make it move to the next index. Of course, same thing. You must check if valid ang index na yun. And if it is, I will make it go to the next index. Hold on. Move to. Sorry. Here. Okay. So the idea of this is we're using the event dispatcher move completed. So if na-complete niya yung movement, what it'll do is it will go to the next move to actor. So next index. So paano yung kanina, except we're not doing it on every tick. We are basing it on events. So compile and let's play it out. Hindi siya nag-move. Acceptance radius, start overlap. What's missing? Self, goal. What nga ba? Why isn't it moving? Sige, let me just double check on something. Nag-fail. Nag-fail siya on index 0. Most probably because this thing is stopping him. Gawin natin. Let's add a delay. Move to actor. Okay. Sige, try natin. Yan. So that one did not work a while ago because either kaka-spawn niya tas nagbigay play agad or this block is blocking the way. It's either one of those. Okay, it's because nag-spawn siya agad. Okay, so these are two ways. One is event, we use the event dispatcher. The other is every tick, we check if malapit na si player and then we go to the next one. All right. Questions? Did that make sense? Siguro if you think about which one is better, I would say this is better. This is more optimized because we're using event dispatchers. Unlike sa yung isa, we're checking every tick, or in a while ago it was every 1 millisecond. If every 10 milliseconds ata or something. If we were close to the waypoint. Update per tick. Medyo hindi rin naman. It's not really that expensive rin yung paggamit ng get distance. This one is not that expensive rin to do. It's just that we're checking every something seconds. So medyo okay lang. Medyo. This one's more optimized, but both will work. And since it's a small game naman, it should be fine. Nun kapag event is managed directly to custom. Which one? Yung, what do you mean directly to custom event? Yung una? Yung call nyo yung custom. Ah. Uh, call nyo yung custom event. There's no way to call this custom event unless you find a way na malapit na or patapos na si player. I mean malapit na yung enemy sa waypoint. So for you to do that, either you do it yung parang kanina where we're checking if the distance is close enough and then you call yung custom event. Ito kasi they have their own event dispatcher which is move completed. I'm not sure if that answers your questions. Your question there with calling directly yung custom event. So yun nga, parang there's no way to call this unless you're checking the distance of the enemy to the waypoint. Yung parang kanina. So if you did this naman in the function, you can always just do this. Anyway. Okay. Ko naman how to move with our enemy. So si enemy dapat may array siya of waypoints or actors. And then what it does is you go si move to actor or si simple move to, depende on ano yung ginamit nyo. And then iterate through your array to go to the next one, to go to the next one. Okay, so those are the two ways. Okay? Sige, one more thing with Blueprint before we go C++ and mess ourselves up. So see, it was told here in our second milestone, we use wave data, which is parang we're using data assets. Okay, so I'm skipping all through that. So see, data asset, if I never encountered ka pala. If you go right click, Miss Celianos, God knows if you said it right, data asset. So in here, you can choose any kind of data asset, but in our case, we just want a normal. Sorry. Nata pala. Where's my data asset? I guess it's here pala. So we create a data asset here in Blueprint. So create Blueprint, data asset. So what is a data asset? Data asset is just parang nalagay natin ng mga data dito. So what kind of data do you want? Wait, tama ba to? Hold on. Is this correct? Hold on. Disk, data asset. Yeah, it's correct. So itong data asset, we put in whatever we need to put. The simplest one is like we have the kind of enemy unit, tapos gold, enemy, what type of enemy, how many gold per per kill, gold on end, on round end, on wave end. What else? Amount. Amount of enemies. Amount of enemies. Okay. This is the most basic way doing it. Actually, kulang pa nga to eh. So, mangyari is, if we created our... So, let me just delete that again. So, let's put here wave data asset. So, mangyari is, if we create our data asset of wave data asset, this will be yung kung ano yung, what kind of wave is it? Bakit? So, si wave 1, ito yung enemy na gusto ko gamitin. Sorry, that's wrong. Dapat class reference. So, again, ito yung klaseng, what the class of enemy you want to use, how many gold you get per kill, how many gold you get on the end, and then I want 10 enemies. So this means on wave 1, I will use this enemy, and then I will insert in kung how many gold kapag namatay. I will use this for the game mode, and this is how many I will spawn. Then for wave 2, I would have like a different enemy, like flying enemy, whatever. Okay. So that is the simplest way for the data asset. So how do we use it? If we create a game mode, or si spawner, this is one way, yeah. You don't have to copy this. This is just one way. There's a better way than this. So si spawner, meron siyang array of wave data, which is wave data asset. And andito yung mga waves. Right. So this means on the first wave, you would have like I mean, if let's say we are in the first wave, right? Again, there's a better way to do this, ah. Hindi yung best way. Although, on the first wave, mag-loop siya. Oops, sorry. Get amount of enemies. Tapos for loop. And then, I can even get here the enemy. The class ng enemy. So, ito yun. Okay. This is wrong, but I'm just showing you an example how it looks like. So with this data asset, I can access the amount of enemies, the enemy. I can even access yung gold here. Kasi get gold, i-insert natin sa enemy, etc. etc. Okay, so that's one way. But this is not the best way. Okay, so that's how you use yung data asset. Para siyang data for your designer to play with. But they can always change it here, whatever. So they don't have to access yung mga gawa mong classes. Like here, you don't have to put like wave 1, wave 2, whatever. They can just play around with the data in here. You can even take this further. Like, what if you want to have all the enemies? Parang that mga data andito. Sure, you can create a data asset for that. Okay. So it's really, you can use it for many ways. Right? We can even make it better by using structs. See, struct, if you remember Basprog, a struct is just like a class, pero it's just mostly used for mga variables. We can do that here in Unreal. So if we go to, I believe, blueprint, we have structure. This will be enemy data. So ano yung laman ni enemy data? In here, we could have like enemy class. We can add amount. What else? We can even make it further by delay. Ayan. So this one's integer. This one is enemy unit class. So how do we use this? Let's go to our data asset. Let's remove the enemy. I don't see it. We'll just keep it there. We'll just say enemy data. And then laman niya is enemy data. Array. Yan. So this one, we take it a step further by placing like how many enemies of this, how many amounts of enemy will this spawn, and then how ano yung delay niya. So every second, magsaspawn siya ng enemy. What if you want two kinds of enemies? Ayan, pwede ka ibang set of enemy, tapos 10 naman. And then we can even make it to 2 seconds. And we can use that here in our spawner. So you now have enemy data, and then this is up to you how to do it. Kasi this is now a array. So now you have to keep track of how many enemies, when to go to the next one, and etc. etc. So we have here enemy class. Oops. Let's split. Ayan, so if we split it, we have the enemy class, we have the amount, we can have a delay. I'm not sure if a delay works in the for loop, but whatever. For just that, for you to see lang. Ayan. So may ganito siya. Okay? You just have to find out when to go to the next one. You can code that rin naman in our data asset. You could code it like function. Let's say get enemy data. Tapos let's say gumawa tayo ng index here. Mangyari is kapag nag-get enemy data ako, may output siya of si enemy data. And then get integer. I hope you guys are getting the point. You can do more, you can add more than just variables. You can add functions. Tapos if amount, siguro amount. See amount plus plus. Tapos you can check if it is greater than or equal to yung amount. Just break. If it's greater than that na, maybe we can do ng index, etc. Eh, it's just getting more complicated. But again, it's up to you guys kung paano yung gagawin. You can play around. You can play around with all of this. Again, this might not work, so don't follow this. But I'm just giving you an idea. This is close to it working though. Okay. Yeah, so medyo heavy na to, pero you don't have to follow it. You can make it simple lang na parang ganito. Okay, kuha naman. Any questions? How to use struct? Again, struct is just a list of variables. You cannot really add any function here because again, they're just a struct. See, data asset, you can add functions. You can even add like total amount of enemies. Pwede rin ganito. Tapos mag-release siya ng integer and then whatever. Okay? Any questions? None. Okay. So, let's go to C++. Una natin si enemy unit. So, si enemy unit, if you remember, the first one was may tick tayo. This is the first one. May tick. And then, hold on. If I get disconnected, that's because a dog just removed the plug. What is this? Index. Nope, not last index. Index. And then it was a branch. Again, if if this index is, if this enemy is distance. I'm just repeating what I said a while ago. So let's say 200. Maybe you'd appreciate C++ after all of this. So waypoint, get, is it valid? Sure. Getting the distance of this current waypoint to the enemy, and if they are close enough, they will go to the next one. Index plus. Sorry. Ay, wait. Parang baliktad to. Wait. Index. If it is valid. But anyway, I think that's it. If index is valid. This will work anyway. It's a bit wrong, but it'll work. So kapag we are checking if he is near, and then if he is already near, we go to the next index, and then if it is valid, we make it go move. So wait, C++. We have. It's for later. We have a array of actors. Waypoints. And then we use u property edit anywhere. And sige, we're doing it all C++. We also create a int index. Or let's name it index. So on begin play, we have to make our sige, add tayo ng ano, a actor. AI controller pala. Because I want you guys to see something here. That is kind of stupid, but you have to do it. So AI controller, I will set it to get controller. Okay, so I added here AI controller, so AI controller can be called here, and then get controller. If I compile this as is, ito lang yung nalagay natin as is, you will see that it will not compile. Because it won't tell you, oh wait, sorry. The array of pointers. Hindi dapat yan yung reason. Is this a good thing? Ayan. So, compile failed. It won't really tell you why. It's just gonna say, marami kang errors. All we did was just add the thing, and then all of a sudden, it's spewing out errors. And important, if you read, it's like a DLL import of get AI controller, get private class. Okay, that's important. It won't tell you how to fix it. Before it told us pero ngayon hindi. Yeah. So, the fix to this, in case nangyari to, na biglang ayaw gumana yung AI controller, you access the, where's that? Tower defense. In my case, this is called tower defense, the project. .build.cs. And in here, you add AI module on the end. I don't know why they did not add it automatically. Maybe it's to save, I don't know, memory. But they need to add AI module in the end of this list. And you'll see that if I compile it now, it should work. Okay, make sure you add this. If you're gonna use AI controller, make sure you add AI module on tower defense.build.cs. Okay, so let's go back. So remember our AI controller, you want it to go to the move to actor. Our goal is waypoints 0. Actually, pwede lang ganito Pero, in this case, let's just add a acceptance radius. Because, I'll tell you why. The acceptance radius is says here negative odd, meaning it should be there on the dot. Problem is, the waypoint is actually down here, the actor is actually like up here, so sometimes that doesn't work. So let's just add acceptance radius of 100. Okay. So again, if you remember our code in Blueprint, all of this, we check if it's near. If it is near, we go to the next one, and etc. etc. If index is less than waypoints dot num, meaning the length of the array, and if float distance, I think we can get here f vector distance. Yeah. So we get the get actor location and the waypoints. Get actor location. If the distance is less than 200, we go to the next one. Index plus plus. Let's add one more. If index is less than waypoints, not num. What a Hadoken. We go, just copy this and then add in index. Okay. Doesn't this look cleaner, right, than this? Look at all that. That's a mess. So all we did was check the distance. If the distance is less than 200, we go to the next one. And then we do the move to actor if index is less than the waypoint num. I think waypoint num has valid. Yeah, it's valid index also. And there's this. Pwede rin naman yun. But anyway. I think that should be it. If I compile this, I create my enemy. Sorry. Pares pala yung na pangalan ko. Enemy unit. This is BP enemy unit. Let's put our Manny here. And you'll see it should have also the sorry. Did I not? Okay. Where's my enemy? Where is my array? Oh, there's my array. Let's go back to spawner. Let's make it do its thing. Just remove the previous ones. Oh no, sige. Let's keep it. Spawn actor from class. Our okay. That is why I forgot. I need to make this blueprint read right so I can use it on the blueprint. Ayan. So I have here my waypoints. And let's add in the waypoints here. I just a split and then get actor location. Make sure again to make it possess an AI controller when spawning or placed in world. Compile, you play, and it crashes. Index is greater than okay. And restart. Index is less than, so it was 0. Begin play ran first before the yung pag-add ng get. Yeah, okay. I know why. That happened because if you remember our C++, on begin play, mag-move agad siya. Problema lang is, mas noon na tong code na to before the spawners ito. So what we can do, let's just make a let's just make a function here. Void start moving with u function blueprint callable. So this blueprint callable, let us create a reference, a definition, which will just call this. Okay. We can actually do it in blueprint, but whatever. Here we are in C++. Compile. Ayan. So since we want to make sure it moves after we set it, we call it here start moving. So we can just make it meter, do something like that. So if you go back, where's our level? Does it have the array? Hindi pa. So let me just add here the waypoints again. And it should start to work. Hindi ko pa ito nalagay yung nav mesh. Yep, wala pa yung nav mesh dito. So nav mesh. Let me just make it bigger. Okay. You play, and it should start moving. Am I using the right one? BP unit, okay, yeah. I'm using the right one, and you see it is now moving. That is the C++ equivalent of itong part na to. Ay, sorry, not that one. Equivalent of this one. All right, so much cleaner. So what if we want to use this one this way? Oh wait, sorry. Do you have any questions about that one? None. Okay. Sige. So if you want yung parang kanina, so let's comment this out. We have our AI controller. and you should have access to on finish move completed on move completed. And if you recall how to do our add dynamic, wait, sorry, we need this one. No, joke lang. Move completed. Here, this one. So it has a signature. Check the signature. Just like all the add dynamics that we did, we are getting its signature so that we can create a function here. We can create a function with a similar signature. A enemy unit, and then let's go create our function. Void move completed. There's our stuff. So pag wag na complete siya, it is simply also just like this. And then move completed. Sorry. There's no more distance. We don't check for distance anymore. All we do is just make it go to the next one. A dynamic. Yeah. Okay. I think that should be it. Let's go back again. So, ito na yung code. Receive move completed, add dynamic, and then here it is. Let us compile, and then we play it. Diba? Dali lang ng ano. Ay, okay, sige. There's a mistake. Vowel plus plus. Lies. In 32. Siya nag-error dyan. Legal. Index. Okay. Okay. Ba't ka mo siya nag-ano? FI request. Index and 32. Hold on. Di niya mabasa. Ito. I think we need to include something. Include na natin ano? A controller. I think that should fix it. Kasi these are all under AI controller yun eh. Or AI types. Well, pwede rin. We can also try AI types. Where is AI types? AI types is in... Oh. Oh, hindi pa rin. Hindi pa rin niya tangkap. Sige, AI controller na lang. Just to be safe. Compile. Ay, before I forget, we need to add the ampersand. And then it will compile. Oh, magic. It worked. So if you play it, hindi niya tanggap. It's not taking in the receive move completed. Either because masyado malayo kaya? Sige. Compile ulit. No. That should still work if it even if it was a higher float. Ah, that's a problem. That means something to do with AI controller and receive move completed. Notification. Ah, a dynamic move completed. Weird. AI controller. Hmm. Baka di natanggap yung index because it's in 32. Weird. Let's just let's print a message. Message of F color yellow hello world. Kung gumana to, then we know now why. Di nga niya tanggap. Okay, so in that case, I guess the first one should work. This one, I will probably check it out why. Supposedly gumagana rin to eh. Receive move completed. Just like our sa C++. Ay, sa Blueprint. So I'll just check that out na lang next time. But anyway, you guys can always try to do use this one or find a way to make this work. Okay? Yeah, that's really weird. Completed. So yeah, I think that's it lang for today. This is recorded naman so you guys can watch it for next time. In any case, you guys have any questions? What's the cartoon? So pretty or scary? Okay. Yeah, that's alright. Ganun talaga. Pero, I mean, to be fair, this is 2 milestones rin, so there's that. Sige. Before we go, let me just double check the attendance for today. When I post, probably later. So let me just double check. JV, no. Chan, Chan. Oh yeah, he's here. Si Dakumos. We have Dakumos here. No. Si Dolor. Ako si Federigan is here. Magpayo. Nako. Mendoza. Yeah. Si Tan. Is Tan here? Si Vasquez. Vasquez is here. Okay. So again, just check again. Si Alcantara, Dakumos, Dolor, Magpayo, and Tan. Wala dito, no? Okay, sige. None. I'll just mark them as absent for today. So yeah, that's it for today. Again, I'll post this later for you to check it out. And then for this one, I will have to check it out again why it did not work. But yeah. So that's all for today. You guys can enjoy the rest of your night and always take care.